Hey, Billy, I'm a first-time mum heading back into full-time work shortly, reluctantly and with no real choice, need the dollars. I have an 11-month-old wee lad who I've built a really strong, secure attachment together. We haven't spent much more than a couple of hours apart during my maternity leave, and I haven't felt the need to have a night or day away. Just love hanging out with this little dude. What can I say? He's my pal. I have a wonderful husband and parents who have a great relationship with my son also. Guess I'm looking for some reassurance. I am his current primary attachment, but soon I will become the caregiver he sees the least. How do I maintain our attachment whilst also supporting him to have happy times away from me? How do I look after myself during the time while I feel like I'm losing my attachment to him? Thanks, guys, from a fan and listener.
Yeah, and this is probably the one that I can professionally give advice about, but very much personally.
Yeah.
Like we struggle with this. People might, I forget how long this podcast has been going for, but people can probably remember when Annalise for work had to move to 3.5 hours away, and the plan was she'd just see Evie and me and Melfi. That was our family. Charlie wasn't here yet on the weekends. I think she did it for 2 weeks and then went, I can't do this. So we all just moved there, and I worked from 3.5 hours away. It was hell. But, you know, you kind of do what you need to do. That's the second part, you know, how can I look after myself? It's really important that you do. The other bit that's really important is the amount of time we have with kids is not a determinant of secure attachment or not. It's what we do with the time that we have, with everything to do with this, but especially attachment. I think we fall into the trap of being like, we'll talk about childcare in the next one, but I've got to be with my kid all the time to make sure there's secure attachment. And that's not true. And it's actually much easier for Annalise and I to use the time we have really well because we have so little of it with the kids. So we look like probably amazing parents from people looking from the outside in because it's something that's really important to us, but we don't have to do it for hours every day. We just enjoy these two gorgeous kids, celebrate them, you know, connect with them. It's amazing, but it's really, really hard. And I would say the most important thing going into that space is two things. Try and do gentle, you know, examples of it leading in. Don't be like cold turkey, never been away from you, and then bang, you know, first day work. Because a lot of people understandably really struggle when they try that approach. They like, I'm back, and then it's awful. It's just too severe a separation. The second bit is watch the child. Like watch the kid and see how they go and see. And there will be kids like Ronnie who just, you know, are amazing. Like she just bursts into new environments and spaces and all that stuff. Evie and Winnie find it a little bit harder, but they warm up and they get fine with time. And then there's kids that are really struggle with that bit and will, you know, demonstrate separation anxiety. But this kid is not set up to have clinical separation anxiety, but it's just if there is early signs, catch it early and do all the things we've talked about in previous episodes. I feel like we should do an episode just on separation anxiety because I probably didn't go deep enough in Jaws. But yeah, just watch the kid, you know, watch the kid, protect your own mental health, protect your relationship. And it's the richness of the time that we have with kids, not how much time we have with kids. It's responsive, attentive, caring, predictable. Those are the key ingredients of healthy, secure attachment. And the responsive bit is really important because a lot of us have a predetermined way of what comforting, loving parenting looks like, but that might not fit the kid. Like I have to back off a bit because I'm constantly wanting to cuddle and kiss Evie. And she's like, it's a bit of a joke that she's like, no. But I also have to realise that that's more me than her. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's a bit with the co-sleeping. Sometimes Evie will be like, I remember she wanted me to do like face stories, which I talk about in the book as well, but face stories, and someone said they use them, which is amazing. And I was like, okay, that's enough. I'll just lie here. And she's like, no, you can go. I was like, no, I still want to say, you know, the funniest one of this, sorry, it's running long. The amazing woman who looks after them during the day, she does like 60 hours a week. She's phenomenal. She came over on Evie's birthday. And this is hard. Like I can see the lighthearted bit in this, and Annalise could as well. But she gave Evie presents, and Evie looks at them, the presents, and starts unwrapping them. And she looks at the woman. This was hard, but made us realise we need to invest a bit more time with Evie. She looks at the person who looks after her and says, can they go to work, about me and Annalise. So Evie was like, can they go to work? It was our day off with them, like, and end of the birthday party that you came to. She dropped in because she looked after Melfi for us because she's so amazing. And yeah, but you know, it can be challenging because we need to watch our kids. And that was a flare saying, we need to back off. You know, we need to be a bit better with the time. And we can't change how much we're working. But we just needed to drop even more and invest more and enrich times with her, you know. So she every weekend she gets to choose an activity and whatever it is we do. So, you know, it's just really important that that's letting her lead.
This podcast is brought to you by Guiding Growing Minds, a social enterprise that aims to give all children the best opportunity to reach their potential and succeed in living rich and meaningful lives.